Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Good Vibes Lifestyle live stream. I'm your host, Leslie Klein, here to help you raise your vibration so you can thrive. So, this live stream is all about the Good Vibes Lifestyle, hashtag Good Vibes Lifestyle. And what does that mean? Well, it's part of a movement. This is where we're conscious of the energy that we're vibrating at. And why are we conscious of where we're vibrating our energy? Because this is how we create our reality by our vibration. So that's what the Good Vibes lifestyle is all about, living in the good vibes zone, living in the higher vibrating emotions of peace, love, harmony, joy, enlightenment, creativity, full expression, as opposed, all the vibrations of love as opposed to the vibrations of fear like shame, guilt, anger, hate, judgment. And according to Dr. David R. Hawkins, most of society is vibrating at 200 and lower, which is are the lower vibrations. So we can change this, and that's what this movement is all about. And because I'm all about the good vibes. I've got a special date coming up on October 30th. It is known as National Good Vibes Day. And so, in celebration of that, I'm hosting a Good Vibes Day Summit. And the way you can register for the summit is go to tinyurl.com/ 2024 Good Vibes Day. And that's all in lowercase, Good Vibes Day. So, National Good Vibes Day. And what the summit's going to be all about are different enlightened experts talking about raising our vibration, about good vibes, about living the good vibes lifestyle. And it'll be all day, it's free. And I'm planning to do a meditation, a group meditation using the Heart Math Global app. That's going to be specific for Good Vibes Day, and we're going to see if we can test and see, what's the vibration before doing the meditation, and then after, and see what we come up with. And I'm sure that we'll be making an impact. So October 30th is the date for National Good Vibes Day. Please put it on your calendar and celebrate with us because it's going to be an exciting day. All right, so let's talk about the astrology and what's going on. Well, we are in the waxing phase of the moon because the new moon started last, was it Friday on July 5th? We had the new moon in Cancer, and I talked about that last week. So when you go from the new moon to the full moon, this is the waxing period of the moon. This is when the moon is growing and growing and growing. And then if you're relating it to, say, planting, which a lot of farmers, and that's what you have, the Farmer's Almanac is all about, when to plant and all, and that's based on the astrology, specifically the moon cycles. So the waxing phase of the moon has to do with, the new moon, we planted our seeds, and so now we're in the process of growing these seeds, nurturing these seeds. And you can relate it not just to physical seeds in your garden, but the physical seeds of thoughts that you're putting in your life. Uh, Maybe certain goals that you have, new moon intentions that you set, goals, things you want to achieve, things you want to grow and prosper. So this is what we focus on during the waxing full phase of the moon. Then when we get to the full moon, and the full moon this month will be in the sign of Capricorn. When Capricorn has to do with structure and organization, and it's kind of like the father energy, authoritarianism a little bit. That's on July 21st at 6:17 a.m. So last month was a full moon, also in the sign of Capricorn. So we're getting that double, and that's kind of a rare thing that happens when the full moon is in the same sign, a month later. So that's where we're at in terms of the phases of the moon. There's other astrological things happening, but I would suggest go check out some uh, astrologers, professional astrologers like Tanya Gabrielle or Pam Gregory or Alina. All are great resources for the astrology because there's stuff going on with Venus and other planets. There's always something going on. But I try to just hit the highlights. The other thing that's kind of exciting today, and we've had all these great portals happening when I'm broadcasting this show, is today is 7/11, July 11th, 2024. And why is this important? Well, energies have numbers. Energies have numbers. Numbers have energy. Let's get that right. Numbers have energy, and that's why the nine numbers from one to nine, they each have their own sense of energy to it. And so seven is associated with spirituality, introspection, and consciousness. Whereas the 11, right, two, it's like channeling down from the heavens down to earth, is how I kind of see it, like a gateway. 11s are considered to be mystical, intuitive, and spiritual. So a lot of times 11s, we see 11, it's a reminder of getting a spiritual download from spirit, from your higher self. And then 7, it's kind of like bringing heaven down. I always learned that sevens were like angel numbers. Was like when you saw 7, that was a reminder of the angels, the angel energy. So when you put that together, you got 711. We've got this portal, this energy of spirituality, introspection, mysticism, and our intuitive ability. So today is a great day to meditate. And I found a very cool um, breath to do, which would be great for today. It's called the 711 breath. And it's very simple. It's where you're breathing in for 7 counts and you're breathing out for 11 counts. And you can adjust it depending on how much lung capacity you have. But it's the idea that a shorter in breath and a longer out breath, and that actually changes our physiology and calms down our vagus nerve, calms down our system, and we're then in more, I believe it's the parasympathetic system, where it's the not the stress. Sympathetic would be the stress response. So it's like the opposite of that, and which is where we're meant to be um, living from, the calm space, not the stressed out, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? The lion's chasing me. I got to run. That panic, the cortisol rush. So, anyway, 7-Eleven, and this is a cool little technique that you could do today, being a very spiritual day, a portal, a time to visualize, a time to receive downloads. So use a special day with the 7-Eleven breath. All right. So, and let me also remind you that I am streaming to several different places: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and I think that's all of them. And because I'm doing it through StreamYard, you can actually comment, and I can see your comments and put them on the screen. So if you want to chime in any of this information, please do. So I guess I should ask, how are y'all doing? And, where are you watching from? Because that's always a great thing to learn. All right, so let's talk about UFO and UAP disclosure. And I love where I get a lot of my information is from Dr. Stephen Greer, and that is his website. And he is having a CE5 contact. Oops, I spelled that wrong. CE5 contact and consciousness conference that's happening in Temecula. Let's see if I fix this here. In Temecula, California. Here we go. So it's a CE5 Contact and Consciousness Conference that's happening in Temecula, California on July 26th to 28th. Now, all of the in-person tickets are sold out, but you can access this information and this conference online for just $99. And I wanted to share a little bit about the conference here. So it's a 3-day conference at a winery, and he's going to be talking about the CE5 protocols, which is an app that you can download on your phone. I think it costs like $9.99, and it guides you, and it has music, different sounds and stuff to actually make contact with the ETs. So this may or may or may not sound crazy to you, but we're part of a cosmic family, so it's like open up your minds. We are part of a cosmic family, and the ETs are not there to hurt us. The majority of them are, you know, higher vibing. Excuse me. Um, they are more highly evolved than we are. And so there's ways to connect with them. Since our government hasn't been doing the best job, Dr. Stephen Greer came up with the CE5 contact, which is where you actually reach out to them so that they can communicate with you on an individual level. And here is, let's see, some of the agendas. So on Friday, he has an indoor meeting where he talks about making contact and the science of consciousness. He also uses a Sanskrit puja, which is a Hindu type of ceremony, a kind of prayer ceremony and meditation that he does. And then on Saturday, he's got a 2 hour workshop where Lori Williams is going to talk about controlled remote viewing, which was what the military used. And they use their psychic perceptions to get information in remote view, and the military has done this. So she's going to share with people how that's done. Then they're going to talk more about using technologies to the that the technology what technologies the ETs use to make contact. Um, and he talks more about consciousness. But what's cool is that Saturday night and Sunday night, he actually has an evening under the stars where he leads a group to make contact. So that's part of the online webinar that you could be a part of. And I did that a couple of years ago with, I think his name was Mark Sims, where he did like a CE5 type contact. And anywhere you were in the world, you could watch and like tune in online. And it was really cool. At the very beginning, there was a light that shot across, and I saw it from where I was in North Carolina, and it was also seen online where those people were, and they were, I think, in New Mexico or California. So, anyway, it's really cool, and it's all about making contact with our cosmic family to get help from them and get those technologies and things so that we can create a better planet. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. And if you just go to his website page, you'll be able to get information about that and sign up and go. And I think I'm going to be going, and I'll talk about what the experience was like because yeah, it's again, drstephengreer.com. But it's very cool. And, why not? If you're interested, if you're intrigued, he's got great information. He also has that disclosure archive that I've talked about in previous episodes. So check him out. All right. So it is time now to talk about the Oracle of the Month. And this month's Oracle is by Colette Baron Reed, Guides of the Hidden Realms. And I've got the cards right here. And let's ask Spirit for a message for all of us who are watching right now, for all of us who may be whoever's watching in the future, because remember, there's no time and space. And thank you. I see hearts and thumbs up. And again, if you'd like to comment in any kind of way, please feel free to share whatever's on your heart right now. This is meant to be a two-way conversation, not just a one-way. And, if there are people out there, experts, different, or if you're an expert, if you're, an enlightened expert, you do energy work, or you work with the ETs or Bigfoot, or whatever interests you have within the metaphysical kind of realm, or quantum physics, or alternative health, reach out to me. I'd love to interview you, get you on here to ask questions, and allow you to share your knowledge with all of us, because it's we're all one, and when one thrives, we all thrive. And so it's about helping each other and making this a better planet, better world on every level. All right, so let's ask Spirit, what would you like us to know today? And the card, and here I've got this cool camera here. It takes me a minute to set it up. Here we go. And this is the card, Serenity out of Exile. Exhale, surrender, radical acceptance. So that's card number 1. And let's see what message we get. So the key concepts are serenity, exhale, surrender, release from perfectionism, and radical acceptance. So the message is sustained uncertainty can lead to hypervigilance, where you spend most of your energy on patrol against potential threats from the outside world. In trying to protect yourself, you've banished yourself to the brackish, watery depths caught within a tangle of prickly brambles that you can't see a way through. You've walled yourself off from the world and your connection to your higher power. Yet there are pearls submerged within you, hidden in those branches, a reminder of how far you've come despite this temporary experience. It's time to leave this seductive state of hyper awareness and re enter your life with full permission to rest and cultivate inner peace. The challenge comes from within. Know that you are worthy and nothing is worth depleting yourself for. Stop waiting for the other shoe to drop. The past doesn't have to repeat itself. When you know your worth, your choices will be in alignment with your destiny. Allow yourself to trust and to choose something new and beautiful. Then the next right action will be revealed. Breathe, fall back, and keep your heart open. Allow serenity to take its place within you once again. Give yourself this gift. Gather your pearls. And I'll read the reverse just because there may be a message for you here, even though I didn't pull the card reverse. But let's read the message. Radical acceptance doesn't mean acquiescence or giving up. It's a way to see the world exactly as it is because there are elements of life that you cannot change, no matter what you think is right or how hard you resist. So step back and remember your power to choose. You can let go of resistance and make space for serenity. From this place, you'll be able to see with greater clarity and choose from wisdom instead of reaction and fear. Often, the change you want to see takes a long and winding road to manifest. Patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue to foster. So breathe and focus on your pearls. Remember this prayer: God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I know Colette is loves that prayer. So, yeah. So today is really an excellent day, being 7-11. To go within, to do some meditation. The answers are not outside of ourselves. We have the answers within for each one of us individually. The answer for me maybe is different than the answer for you. So that's why we're always encouraged to go within, and the way we do that is through meditation. It's just basic and simple, and that's the key. And it's a matter of getting in the habit of doing it and getting your answers. And when you're in that state, when you're constantly in communication with your higher self, you your the next step is revealed, because we may not know the next 10 steps to take, but spirit, especially when we ask and we're open and we're listening, right? We're, that channel, the 11, letting that information come down, not blocking it, but letting it come and listening. Um, this is when we get our answers, and our answers are very specific and individual for all of us. So it's important to do this, and no one else can do it for you. So that's the main message. So serenity out of exile. That is the message from the Oracle deck of the month. So I hope you like that. Now, if you do like any of the Oracle decks, the books that I talk about, please shop my Amazon store. And the way you go to it is just www.good-vibes.tv, and you get right to it. There'll be a button that says Shop My Amazon Store. And I also want to remind you that because I'm an Amazon storefront owner, whatever, developer, creator, I just want to remind you that the Amazon Prime Days are coming up on July 16th and 17th, which is next week, I think on Tuesday and Wednesday. And I always, love deals, right? That's one thing that raises my vibration is to find a deal, to get value, right? To get the most bang for my buck. And one of the tools or things that I've been playing with, or I got one of the Amazon Primes, I think the one in October, was this beautiful Kindle. Um, it's a Scribe, Kindle Scribe. And so, I have journaled and journaled and journaled and used up all kinds of notebooks, and I've got tons of them. But what's so cool when I found out about this Kindle, not only can I read books on here that I purchased through Kindle, but you can create hundreds of notebooks. And I've got all kinds of different journals, um, you know, in here and notes that I can take. And you can handwrite it because they find when you journal, it's better to do it with your hand. So anyway, the Kindle Scribe is one of my favorite things that I love. My newest tools, right? And anyway, it is on sale during the Prime days, and I'll be maybe going live those days to share some of the finds that I've come up with from Amazon. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you. And let's get into the tip of the week. Last week's tip was to practice self nurturing in whatever way you do that. So, were you able to do that? Did you go out for a manicure, a pedicure, a massage? Did you take yourself on a date, out in nature? What did you do to self nurture yourself? Because that was also the time of the new moon in the sign of Cancer, which is all about nurturing. And so if you did that, go ahead and comment here or on whatever platform you're at. And this week's tip is to practice the 7-Eleven breath, especially on 7-Eleven. You don't have to only do it on 7-Eleven, but today's a great day to do it. So again, it's breathing in for 7 beats and then breathing out for 11 beats. So your in breath is shorter than your out breath, and this helps your body to calm itself down to get you to a place of serenity, physically. So then your mental body and your emotional body and your spiritual body will also follow along. So this is a great way to celebrate 7-Eleven today, and I hope you try that because it's a great practice, way to breathe while you're trying to meditate. All right, so that is all that I have for you, which I wanted to keep it short because last week's was super long, like 2 hours. But I had a great conversation with Elasa Tiernan from the, is it R3 or 3R? No, I forget. Miracle Center. And, she had the plasma bed that I did long distance, and I really loved that. And so, anyway, I will be editing her interview into a couple episodes for Good Vibes TV. So hopefully that'll come out this coming Sunday, but I will let you know all the social media posts. So I will let you know when that comes out, and because she has so much great information. But if you don't want to wait for the edited version, check out last week's interview because she had so much great information about the Therify plasma bed, and it's cutting edge stuff. So I want to thank you for watching this week, and I want to encourage you to live the good vibes lifestyle, be aware of where your energy is, and change it, raise it to the next higher vibrating emotion so that you can live in that good vibe zone and really create heaven on earth. So, thank you all for watching, and I wish you many blessings, and, have a great week, and I will see you next week on Thursday. Take care, everyone.